So you're thinking of moving to Kansas City and the surrounding areas, suburbs like Overland Park, Kansas. But you have some questions before you make that move to this area. How much home can you get for your money? What's the dollar per square foot so you can kind of compare to where you live at today? Well, listen, I'm in downtown area of Overland Park. This is actually the Strang Carriage House. It's built in the early 1900s, actually for Mr. Strang, the founder of Overland Park. This is the Thompson's carriage house. And basically, he would store his carriages in here. And so I just wanted to show you that before we get into the video. How cool is that? And then there's a park right here. This is actually called Thompson's Park. And that way, if you're ever in downtown Overland Park, and just actually a few blocks over is the city market. And on Saturdays, you have to go check it out. It's amazing. They have live music, and then there's a ton of vendors, local vendors that you can purchase fresh fruit and meat and all these things from. I'll actually put a video, attach a video so you guys can see a little bit of that as well. So let's talk about this video today. We're gonna give you a vlog tour of Overland Park, Kansas. We'll show you some neighborhoods, we'll show you some of the different price points of homes so you can see what may fit within your budget. We'll show you what a $400,000, $600,000, and even a $900,000 home looks like. And if you stick on to the very end, we'll share with you some best kept secrets of Overland Park that you definitely don't want to miss out. And we're going to get after it right now. If this is your first time on our channel and you want to know everything there is about living in Kansas City and the surrounding areas like Overland Park, Kansas, then make sure that you subscribe below and tap the bell for notifications so you can be the first to know about the current market here in Kansas City. Hello, my name is Jimmy Zell. My wife Nikki and I are part of the Living in Kansas City team, and every single day we get phone calls from people just like you and you and you. And so whether you're moving to Kansas City in the next 7 days or 7 months, feel free to reach out to us. All of our contact information is in the description box below. We'd be happy to help you make a smooth move to Overland Park, Kansas. Now let's jump in my car and take a closer look at Overland Park, Kansas. All right, we're at our first house today, and I'm in just a beautiful neighborhood here in Overland Park. And one of the things that you're going to find about Overland Park is, like I said before, if you caught our pros and cons video or our map tour video, that Overland Park is one of the top cities to actually live in, right? And one of the things about it is it's the community. It's a very densely populated suburban town here in Kansas City. And as I come up to this house here today, I mean, you'll find out just nearby here, you're gonna see the major highway. Near this one is Highway 69. But then also the high school is right down the street. Everything is real close. As I was pulling into the neighborhood, everybody was taking a walk, and lots of people in the neighborhood. And you're gonna see a lot of that here in Overland Park. So as we're coming up on this house here, this house actually has a pool too. It's listed at $490. 4-bedroom, 3-bath house, 54 square foot. And so built in the 1994. And so that averages out about 191 square feet. And so the thing about this neighborhood is that, most of the homes here you can see, like if you look, got very mature trees all the way down, and like I said, mature trees, and you've got the sidewalk, so it's nice and safe. And a lot of people are already this morning, as I was coming into the neighborhood, going to work, some of them, and then of course a lot of people walking around. But you'll find out that you'll see a lot of these neighborhoods here in Overland Park that way, because it is one of the most desirable places to live. You'll see a lot of these neighborhoods today as we go and visit 3 different properties and different price points, is that there's a very, very, very big sense of community, family. A lot of these subdivisions, of course, have HOA dues, but they also, of course, will do a lot of events for the different neighborhoods. And so what I love about this neighborhood too is, like, even though most of the homes here 20, 30 years old, like this one's 30 years, this house that we're on now, walking up on again, is that you'll find out that most of these homes have been kept up to date, so they're not dilapidated. And so, at $490,000. And so for all of you that are coming maybe from the East Coast or the West Coast, you'll find out you get quite a bit of home, right? For $490,000, at 191 square feet. And so, what we'll do now is just a little bit about this home, and then what we'll do is we'll go around and drive around the neighborhood and go to our next house. Okay, we're at our second home now. And once again, just another beautiful neighborhood here in Overland Park. This neighborhood, though, as you can see, as we come up on this house, these trees are a little bit more built out. This neighborhood actually is about 41 to 50 years old. And you know, as we come up to this second house here, this one's at $620,000. It's a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 4,328 square feet. You can see here, built in 1980. So, you know, you've got about roughly 143 square feet here. So this beautiful home, one of the things I love about this house is this, you know, it's got the beautiful brick, very mature landscape yards. And that's what you're seeing in this entire neighborhood. As you can see behind me, you know, the much bigger trees, and the neighborhood is definitely a little bit built out a little bit more. And so you'll see that what nearby here too is really some award-winning schools. This school district, Overland Park, of course, has 4 school districts that feed into it, but the big ones are Blue Valley. So actually Blue Valley North is real close to this house here, but the school district is award-winning. So for all of you that have families and children, you just know you have some of the best schools, not only here in Kansas City, but actually in the country. Rated some of the best schools, you know, in terms of people graduating, going to college, ACT scores, all those things. And so I like this home here. You know, like I said, 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 620, about 4,300 square foot. You can see, you know, it's a little bit older home, man. 41, built in, like I said, 1980, but, you know, 3-car garage. And look at this. Look how big those trees are, right? And so the great thing about a neighborhood like this is it's very quiet too. Being out here in the suburban sprawl of Overland Park, and you know, you've got the sidewalks, lots of people walking, you know, like I said earlier, on the sidewalks this morning as I was going through the neighborhood. People typically, you know, will park in their driveways, not necessarily a lot of street parking. Most people aren't doing that. And so, you know, it's just a beautiful, beautiful neighborhood. And not too far from here for all of you is also what we call Deanna Rose Farm. And that's another very great place where lots of people will bring their family and kids and enjoy that petting zoo and live animals, all that kind of stuff. And then also not too far from here is Shields Soccer Complex. It's one of the top places for soccer and lacrosse, one of the top 10 fields actually in the country. Lots of tournaments there and things like that. And so much to do in these neighborhoods here in Overland Park. And so if you're looking to make that move in Overland Park, you're gonna love these neighborhoods. As you can see, it's a work day, it's quiet, people probably working, but it's just absolutely gorgeous. You can see here too, you know, people take care of their homes. And once again, when you're at this kind of a neighborhood, 620,000, but people take care of their homes, manicured lawns, all that good stuff. And so I mean, this house here is just absolutely gorgeous. All right, so let's hop in the car, we'll take a little drive around the neighborhood and get to our next house. Okay, we are at our last stop here in our neighborhood tours. This is our third home. Now we are a little bit south of Overland Park right now. And South Overland Park, everybody, just as you know, if you saw the map tour video, if you haven't seen it, go find it. But South Overland Park is where there's a lot of the newer subdivisions being built out. And so like this subdivision we're in now is only about 6 to 10 years old. This home that we're going up to right now, our third home here, comes in at $950,000. It's a 6-bedroom, 4-bath, and you can see beautifully constructed. I love the brown and the stonework. Notice here too, you can see that the tree is a little bit younger, right? So it's only, this was built in 2014. So it's a $950,000, 6-bedroom, 4-bath. 4,334 square feet, built in 2014, so it's about a 10-year-old house. And so that puts you about $219 per square foot, so a little bit on the higher end versus some of the other neighbors that we saw earlier today. And so that just kind of gives you a feel of what's happening in South Overland Park. You know, some of these subdivisions that are brand new, and I'll show you those in some other videos, but you'll find out that the homes are very not only new, but the square footage is much higher. And so that may price some of you out of that, but that's okay. There's so many beautiful homes. You know, like earlier we showed you where the square footage is much less, a little bit older homes, but you can still get a lot. So for any of you that are coming from the East or West Coast, is still, you know, an incredible value per square foot that you would get for these homes. And so you can see here, like here on this one here, the streets are, you know, of course, all the yards are manicured and landscaped. And when you think of this neighborhood here, it's about 10 years old, you know, 6 to 10 year old neighborhood, these homes, most of them. What ends up happening is, once again, because of the quality of life in Overland Park, the school district, the expansive park system, you're still close to the city. I mean, it just makes it for a great place to live. And you can see here, like in this subdivision, everybody takes good care of their homes here. And you know, like the one that we're looking at today here, you know, over $900,000 home, because of the growth, this is where a lot of great appreciation is happening too in the city for homes. So looking for a new home, of course, we can help you with that, but existing homes too, just because of all the growth that's happening in South Overland Park. And so, you know, one of the things again is that if you're looking for a home here in Kansas City, if you're looking to find whether it's a, here in Overland Park, a new construction or existing, make sure you reach out to us. All of our information is in the description box below. Of course, we'd be happy to help you make that smooth move to Overland Park, Kansas. I hope this video really helped you out, give you, you know, different price points of homes in the 400, 600, and 900,000 range. You'll see that all throughout the city, different types of price points depending on your budget and what you're looking for. But just know this, once again, I mean, you couldn't go wrong with buying a home here in Overland Park, Kansas. These are just beautiful neighborhoods. You notice how there's people walking once again in this neighborhood, and because it's so safe, and once again, it's just a great place to live, quality of life, safe. And so if you're looking to make that move, make sure you reach out to us. We'd love to help you make that move to Overland Park. Whether it's going to be in 7 days or 7 months, make sure you reach out to us, and we'd love to help you get on a Zoom or text or email us, and we'll get that information over to you. And so with that, everybody, that concludes our neighborhood tour of Overland Park, Kansas. Make sure you go find our other videos too about Overland Park, the pros and cons of Overland Park. I think you'll be really surprised about the pros and cons for Overland Park, as well as make sure that you find our map tour of Overland Park as well, that video, and that way you can get all the information you need. And then, of course, if you have any other questions, reach out to us. All right. So with that, everybody, that concludes our vlog tour of Overland Park. And with that, hope to see you around town. See you soon.